everybody. I'm going to start taking apart the autumn decor here and start putting up some Christmas stuff for winter holiday. I hope to actually at some point have some other holidays other than Christmas for winter. I'd like to have maybe like a Hanukkah setup. And now that miniatures are becoming kind of a big thing again, you can see a bunch of different holidays that weren't originally available. Not just your Anglo-Saxon white male holidays. Like I saw a menorah in like tiny silver. It was beautiful. Maybe one day. But started kind of gathering stuff. This is actually a silver tinsel tree that my mother made for my grandmother, and it represents a real life silver tinsel tree that my great grandmother had. But I figured it's to scale enough that I can put it somewhere in the hollows for now. And then I found, while I was going through Christmas stuff, I found a tiny Santa bean bag. And I thought he was cute, so I put him out too. So I'm kind of, I've got a lot of Christmas stuff, and I kind of have to go through it as I'm doing this, so bear with me tonight. It's going to be a little slow, but I figured I'd do at least maybe 3 of the houses. Try to motivate myself to get these set up, seeing as we are 10 days away from the holiday. Need to get like a little drill gun just to open this up. Oh, I learned recently that Twitch does not save any of your videos. So all the setup videos I've done are not saved. I learned that the hard way. That's okay, because that gives me an excuse to redo them. And now I know that I can save them, which is good. I don't know if anybody's watching. Nobody's in chat, it seems, but hope everyone's having a good night. Now, let's see here. I believe Blackberry Hollow has 2 Christmas trees, and one is a little bit more bulky than the other. Oh gosh, so much. How did I pack these? Poorly. The answer's poorly. Alright, here's our bulkier of the 2 Christmas trees, and I think this one goes outside on the balcony. And it's got, it glows, I don't know if you can see. But it's got some fiber optic lights going there. We'll find a place for him. And then there's a tinier tree with a battery pack as well. I believe this one goes in the house. This house should have come with instructions. There's already snow glue about. There's not a lot of decor, like I said, before in previous videos. My moms didn't do a lot of setup for different holidays like I do. And I would kind of like to keep it like that. Kind of honor her choices. And set up and all. Sorry, you're gonna see my head a bunch in this. Because I'm not as familiar with this house, so I kind of have to peek my head in. Pretty sure this is the one that goes in the house. It is now. I'm gonna have somebody wire this at some point so that it goes on a plug. That's what I'm going to do. Because battery packs are just so bulky. I'm having trouble. Right here in River City. Okay, that'll. Once I can hide it behind the couch. I can, and I will. There we go. Ha ha ha. Got it. Oh, I have 3 viewers now. Hello, viewers. This house, man. It's a lot smaller than I remember it being. Ah. Alright, move this chair up here for now. When in doubt, put things in the attic, right? Move things into the kids' room. Their problem now. And I think everything else I have goes outside. So we'll close it back up. Yeah, a drill gun. Just so I can zzz them in and out. That'd be great. Put it on my Christmas list for next year. They probably don't make much. That's fine. Alright. So that's outside there. I believe this one sits up here. And oh, Santa Claus Milton dressed as Santa Claus has to come out. And Sir Tedman back from his travels. Sir Tedman went to go visit the Mushy Bears. There was going to be this whole big story about the Mushy Bears and how they were like this native tribe of pygmy bears, and it was really cool. I wish she had gone on with the story. His little backpack will show him to you. Full of sticks and little leather jacket. So Sir Tedman goes there, and then I think the sleigh sits on top of the house, but I'm not comfortable with that because this is agile. I believe an antique. I'm not sure if it's, I think maybe the deer's antique, but the deer is plastic. So I'd be more comfortable putting the deer up, but not the sleigh. So we're going to put the sleigh right out front of the tinsel tree. We'll move. Yeah, the tinsel tree can stay. Actually, I think I'm going to put the tinsel tree over near the post office because the post office doesn't have any decorations. And the Santa. Oh, thank you. The windows are actually, it's like a sticker on them. It's a kit. So sorry to ruin the whimsy there, but yeah, they are pretty. So somehow set up this deer. Reeds. We'll get it someday. Toys and no coin milk. I want him to look like he's doing something. It's facing that way. There we go. I'm happy with that. And is there anything else for this stuff? Oh, these battery packs, my goodness. One day I'll just move it all over to plugs. One day when I learn how to work electricity. I'm sorry if I'm blocking the camera. I am going to move that. nobody's relying on this for like ASMR tonight. It's not happening. There's no way. No, I'll figure that out at some point tonight. Not for that. We'll scooch it over. We'll do the farm next. Clean that up. And like I said, I don't really have a lot of Christmas stuff or holiday stuff or any of the other houses, but you can keep me company while I clean these up at least. Put down our corn stalks. And our bear crow. And pumpkins. Five viewers, my goodness. Hi, 5 viewers. Scooch down so you can see a little bit closer. There we go. So if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer any that you might have about the setup or about just miniatures in general. If you're looking to start on your own, I'd be happy to direct you to some decent kits that you can pick up. Some good starter kits. I do not do all the bears for my house. All of the bears were created by my grandmother back in the 90s as one of her many, many art projects that she's done over the years. And her idea was that she was going to sell them. And they were marketed as they were going to be part of a story, and they were part of a calendar, and it was this whole big world of Blackberry Hollow. And she did a couple of custom bears for people, but I got all of the essentially remnants of the product, and some of the clothes and a lot of materials, and I just Blackberry Hollow faded, and she went on to her next art project, but for me, it stuck, and I never, I don't know how she made, I mean, they're cast porcelain faces and, articulated bears, but I like bodies, but I don't have that kind of skill. And she no longer has the molds that go to them. One of her many purges of art stuff. But yeah, and I don't. And she did. She made all of the bears. Some poinsettias for Will, for him to hold. Let's see if I can get him to hold. Thank you. A lot of names I'm not familiar with tonight. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, some poinsettias. They look good. We'll put him in the greenhouse today. I brought out, oh, darn. Such a klutz today. You'd think that I've been up the past 2 days baking. So how's everybody's winter months going? I know it's a little rough this year, but is everybody making do? Try and make do? Happy they don't have to see as many relatives? I was saying I brought out the hellebore, which I thought was the coolest thing. There's a miniaturist. Now a lot of miniaturists do flowers, but there's one who's around my age, so somewhere in her mid-20s to mid-30s, and while she does do flowers, she does a lot of atypical stuff. You see a lot of like roses and peonies and things like that, but you don't ever see hellebores. I have dandelions by her, I have crocuses by her, and her business is called Botany Minis, like botany minis, and she's clever, and I compliment her every time I see her at a show, which is not all that often, unfortunately. But minis, unfortunately, don't make a living. So that's... Oh, I hear that. Another day in paradise. Oh boy. I completely understand that. I love how that's become like accepted as the life is crap but I'm living kind of phrase. So, let me show you actually. This is a cute reindeer. I love him. Like, I am absolutely in love with this guy, and I bought him for like $5. He's just brilliant. He's got all these little ornaments that hang off of him. And they're like, yeah, he's only $5. And I was like, okay, take my money. Are you sure he's not labeled wrong? It's funny though, because miniaturists are kind of like yard sale people, in a way, where if it is labeled $5, it's $5. They're not gonna argue it. And I found actually that miniaturists don't appreciate being offered souls, because there have been multiple dollhouses where they were selling one dollhouse for about $50,000 at a show I went to at some point, and I asked them if they would take my soul as payment, and they did not appreciate that one bit. I did not appreciate their non-appreciation. That's really all I have for that one. I'm gonna see. Maybe I have more hidden away, but for right now, that's what I got. Sorry about my creaking floor, it is a very old floor. I tried to, like I told them I'm good at cooking and cleaning, and I'm a pretty good listener, and I don't know. They didn't want it. They just didn't want it. Not having it. I suppose it could be their loss. My loss, I didn't get that $50,000 dollhouse. It was gorgeous. Okay. And then I think we'll do the shop and antiques, and then I'll be done for the night because I've got a couple other things I need to do. But I needed to get started on this, because if I didn't, I wasn't going to. It was going to be Thanksgiving until whenever. Oh, I do have more Christmas stuff for the other house. Huh. Well, be coming back to that next time I stream. Gonna sneak past my camera real quick. Sorry. Get rid of our pumpkins. Take out our cornucopia. brats. Now, here's a fun thing. Every once in a while I have somebody who tries to give me a mini gift that is not as well versed, but I love them anyway. Not as well versed in miniatures. And one year I came home to a gift under the Christmas tree in the big house. And it was these, and they were little presents wrapped, and in each box there was like a gamer's die. Like I had a neat white and red spattered set of gaming die that my best friend had given me, and it was just so cute how she did it. And so I kept the boxes because, well, they take up a little bit too much space in the big house. I like to use them as the display for in here because it makes it look like kind of like a little bit more festive, like you would see at a department store or something. Gives me more space. And last time she saw them, actually, I thought she was gonna cry. Because I guess she didn't think that I would have kept them. But they're too cute. How could you not? And they were too thoughtful of a gift. So I'm just putting a couple of toys up there. For new viewers, this is our general store. It's called Ned's General Store and the Needle and Thread. There's a seamstress shop up top. And one day I'll have a sign for it. One day. Today is not that day. Where is... Packed away somewhere. There's another thing of holiday stuff. I have to dig it out. I am just ill prepared tonight. I apologize. And there's more. Oh, I did a dumb. This is all the holiday stuff for the other house I was working on. Oops. Alright, well, now I know. Now I know. Sorry, so, the pink house that I was just working on was my grandmother's, and I am not as familiar with it. Just still kind of learning. I packed everything away and didn't realize that I had it. So, we're learning tonight. This is a lot of learning. and relearning. And maybe I can reach. I'm a professional when it comes to this. Most certainly. That's a lot of sarcasm right there. If you couldn't tell. Some more wrapping paper. Millions and millions of wrapping paper. That I just somehow keep picking up kits for. Hey, nighttime jitters, how are you doing? Some Christmas ornaments. Good to hear. Nope, he just doesn't want to stand. Not there, at least. How about there? Oh. I'm more focused on setting it up than showing you guys, I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel like things are either really rushed or really delayed this year. We just can't figure ourselves out this year, can we? Christmas cards. Another tiny snowman. jacked up section of lights. See, these lights are on a plug that would work when you plug it into an outlet, unlike the ones I was hassling with over there. Let's see if I can get them to set up these on here. You'd think, now that I found there's many different ways that people like to keep their miniatures down, and I'm a purist. I don't like to use sticky tack if I don't have to, because I like to rearrange as often as I do. And my grandmother was the complete opposite, is the complete opposite. She likes to sticky tack everything down. I say was, she's not. She's not dead. She is alive. So she is a person who likes to sticky tack everything down, and she fluctuated between blue sticky tack and museum wax, which are the bane of my existence, both of them. Because the blue sticky tack stains everything, and the museum wax, as soon as you touch it, it gets melty and then like gets under your fingers and sticks to wood and hate it. And so I just leave everything as is if I can help it. But there's a liquid stick tack that isn't quite like rubber cement because it doesn't have that thickness, and it's not glue because everything comes off. And it doesn't leave a stain, and it doesn't seep into the wood, and it's beautiful. And I thought I had sent it down to my grandmother, and it was a back and forth, and I just found it in a box the other day, so but now I put it somewhere, and it's just lost again. I had a plate. Where did it go? What was I? Oh well. There. There's a bûche de Noël, or chocolate log cake that you would have with its tiny meringue mushrooms and its holly, and I really wish my camera was better because I'm really proud of this piece. I made this. When I should have been doing finals at some point in college. And here are a couple cute little silver angels my grandmother made. She made, I don't know, like 8 of them. And another project she got bored with quickly and sent me all the prototype stuff. I love her. Her ADHD is phenomenal. But I get a lot of cool stuff out of it. No, not chocolate mushrooms. Chocolate cake. Meringue mushrooms. Go. I know I have a plate for that bûche de Noël somewhere. right here, right now. Okay. Like I said, you're just gonna have to bear with me. I'm a little scattered tonight. Life with ADHD is difficult. Yes, it is, especially when you're trying to be a businesswoman. That's how that's gonna look for right now. And I'll show you some close-ups when I'm done futzing around here. There we go. That's better. Okay. Let's decorate. Oh, those go in the big house. I'll have to do more of the big house some other time. But for right now, let's focus on this guy. I've got some presents we can put on his sleigh. I need to bring you down more. How's that? Nope, that's under. There we go. There he is. I love that sleigh kit. Actually, the makers of, what is their name? Art of Mini. They do a bunch of really neat kits, and this one was included. And the whatever material they use, it's kind of like an MDF material, but because it's laser cut, it has hi. Help, I'm stuck in the Nexus. But because it's laser cut, it's got this really strange burnt wood or burnt cardboard smell to it, and I don't know. It's just, it smells good to me. But the kit came with all of these little pieces of wood that you were supposed to press out and wrap with wrapping paper, and I like their kits. I really do. And they make it so easy. And what's cool about it too is that the owners of Art of Mini are from Germany, and they're very fluent in English, but they make sure that their kits are simple enough and that they translate well, because I have gotten kits from other countries before that it did not translate well. I was not sure what I was doing. Stuck in the Nexus. You missed me kind of flubbing my way through setting up the pink house because I realized a little too late that I had all of the decorations for it in another box. And then I cleaned up the, what are you? Greenhouse and farm. And then I worked on the general store, and now I'm kind of backtracking to this guy because I felt like he needed presents on his sleigh. And then I was talking about how impressed I was with Art of Mini. And I actually met them in Chicago International, and they had these awesome cinnamon candies at their table. And I'm a sucker for cinnamon candies. So, yeah, I'm gonna scroll through everything when I'm done setting up. I'm done figuring out my life here because there's just stuff and more stuff and some other stuff. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Bane of my existence. See that glob of wax on the underside of that tree? Just, I don't know if you can hear me grumbling. I don't know if the mic is picking that up, but I'm grumbling. Then I have to pick it off and it gets stuck under my fingernail. Just, it's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Let's put some cutesy trees over here. Happy little trees. I too can be Bob Ross. Yeah, that looks nice. See, gross. Deep breath. Nope. Let's try that again. Haha. Though I think that goes on the big house, but or not the big house. I'm pretty sure that goes on the pink house. Oh well. This is a communal town. Things get put everywhere. Decorations get placed throughout. Whoever needs decor gets decor. Um, hmm. I was very confused how I was already famous and then I realized that there was a spam. Don't mind it. Um, got a lot of stuff. Why do I do this to myself? right now, that should be fine. Knee pads. That's another thing I'll ask for. A tiny drill to get the back off of the pink house. And knee pads. I'm gonna scoot some stuff around here. Yep. What do you think? Our goose should be gone for the winter? I think he should be gone for the winter. She? It? Gender neutral goose? Eight viewers. I think this is the most viewers I have ever had. And I am very grateful. It's very sweet of everybody for tuning in tonight. I'm sure you have. Hope you're having fun. Alright, so I got this tray. That was another kit. Merry Christmas and Merry everything and happy always. Ow. I'm gonna keep this close too. I usually open it up, but for new viewers, this is Antiques. This is our pub. Put a ribbon around the goose's neck. Have you ever tried to catch a goose? How would they do that? I have tried to catch a goose. And it was a mistake. Put Santa's beard on the goose. You guys are crazy to think that I would want to go anywhere near a goose. Again. A second time. I've got this cute mistletoe that I got for Christmas last year. Nope. 2 years ago. And that was a gift from one of my many mother-in-laws. And I just think it's adorable. I was thinking about hanging it up in the pub, but you won't see it. So maybe I'll hang it up in the big house. I have to think about how I want to hang it too. Got this little slate sign, seasoned greetings. Too cute. I'm gonna end up switching things around. You guys don't understand how weird I'm gonna be about this for the next couple of days. I'm glad I seen it. Cute little bear Christmas tree. Like I said, I need something other than Christmas. My next house is gonna be Jewish bears. Just putting that out there. You hear that? Stuck in the Nexus? Jewish bears. Gonna put that on table, that tray, somehow. There we go. Ah! I have a klutz tonight. I've got 3 actually. Yule locks. Fancy. They were made by my mom. I've got a 3rd that goes in the big house. My mom is actually trying to start an Etsy maybe shop, I don't know. I think perhaps Etsy. I want to say Etsy. Or her own website. One of them, but you'd think I'd know. I think I'd pay attention. I'm the worst though because she you know, she'll tell me she made all these fancy new things and I'm like, oh, so when do I get a prototype? I'm the worst, man. Like, she gives me way too much. Alright, I'm gonna do the thing I said I wasn't going to do. I'm gonna use the tack because I need to. Because I just had a silly idea. No, I know where I put it. I think. I think I know where I put it. Liquid tack. What are you talking about? Dash it all. Other synonyms for anger. Nope. Gone forever. Lost to the void. There it is. Never mind. Haha. Ha ha ha. Ugh, worst noise. Sorry. There we go. Oh, I thought a lot of strong. Yeah, ASMR. Like the worst. A lot of strong words. I couldn't find where my sticky tack is, and I found it. And movable miniatures glue. And they don't sell it anymore. I could not find it. So it works just like nail polish. and I'm gonna just put a little dab on the underside of the goose's beak. And then I'm gonna let this dry. Make it tacky. And then no, it's not that one. I found my candy canes. Gonna have a goose with a candy cane. Somebody gave the goose some candy. If I can get it to stick. I have to put some on the candy cane itself too. It's really neat, like I love this stuff. I was setting up, there's a chessboard in the big house that I had set up by hand without anything, and I got to the last pawn and I went to sneeze, and when I sneezed I did not hit the chessboard. It was when I turned back around from sneezing that I hit the chessboard, and I was none too pleased. Alright, I need to let that dry, but once it dries, it will be sticky. Yeah. Oh no is right. It's like deep sigh. Okay. That's gonna dry, and then what else? Needs a wreath, huh? I just had one pulled out. Where did it go? Not sure where my wreath went for this house. There it is. And this is an MN Minis piece. Sweetgrass style wreath. Better camera. That's what I'm gonna invest in soon. Is that too small? Should I switch this one out for the one that's on the general store? What do you guys think? Back you up, see the difference. What do you think? Should I switch them? Ooh, you are crooked. Sorry. 10 viewers. Oh my goodness. What am I doing tonight? Yeah, I think it will get washed out on the next store. I think it's just thin and this one stands out on here. I will try swapping them. I just think with that light green it doesn't. Sorry. I need to get like like a camera that hangs from the ceiling. That's how it would look. I think I like it the other way. First way. It's a little bit more natural for the dark wood too. So back to our stick tack. Thank you for your help in deciding, everyone. All 2 of you. 3 of you. Let's see if our candy cane's gonna stick to our goose yet. That is one happy goose. I wish I had a bow. I gotta have one around here somewhere. Happy goose does not stand. There we go. Nope, not dry. Patience, Bailey. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna figure the rest of this stuff out, and I will probably do a second part of this later this week. Because I have a couple things I need to get done tonight before I go to bed. But this certainly got me in the mood to work on it. I was having a little bit of trouble. And I'm really grateful that I had people sit and watch with me. And yeah, and I'll walk you guys through what I've done so far at the end here. And if you have any questions or comments, or you want to check in at any other time, I am a really sporadic streamer. I apologize. I don't really have a set schedule because I just base it on when I feel like doing it. And typically I'll do a setup or 2 around the holidays for each holiday. And I want to try to start doing some streaming that is more of the crafting variety. But I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to start doing that. Hopefully soon. Now that my life is not consumed by Christmas projects, I need to scoot in here. Got like 1 Christmas project I still have to finish. But hopefully I should finish that this week. That's a thing. That's an unfortunate thing, actually. I really wish I could stream like some of the craft projects that I do, but a lot of the craft projects I do are for people that could potentially watch my stream. So I don't want to show off things that are gifts. See, that's so nice. I love it. Love it. So, yeah, for now I think we're good. And I'll figure out something to put around the goose's neck that's gonna look good. And let me take you around. I'm gonna freehand. I'm sorry if you guys start to get motion sick. So there's Pink House. This is Blackberry Hollow. For those of you who are new, go through and name them. That's Blackberry Hollow. This is the dollhouse that kind of started it all, in a way. We've got Uncle Milton dressed as Santa. There's a reindeer and sleigh. And then we got Sir Tedmund back from his exploration from the Mushy Bears. And the tree that sits outside on the balcony. We've got some lights. I'll spin it around. And I know there's more stuff that goes in this house, so that'll be a later this week thing, but we did get the Christmas tree set up. And then we cleaned up Autumn in the greenhouse. Put some trees outside, set up our tiny reindeer. Put out the bird seed for the birds. Put up a wreath. And if you look through the window, let's see if I can get you to look through the window here. At Will, who has some poinsettias. See him? I don't know if you can see him. We got one of the bears pulling a sleigh full of presents. Decorative Christmas tree in the background. And then, oh, a wreath though. I'll have to press that on later. Window display of presents and bûche de Noël or Christmas cake. Christmas log cake. And then our other window display. Christmas ornaments and angels and lights. And our box of millions of wrapping papers. And then antiques. With its Yule logs and its Christmassy goose. Its door. And that's 4 of the 6 houses. So like I said, if you'd like to tune in later this week during the evening, I'll be setting up probably the big house, going back through and setting up whatever I missed before, and I'll go through any changes that I made. I'll try to. Anywhere where I missed something. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed tonight. It was a little bit longer than I thought it would be, but that's a good thing because that means I'm actually streaming and not just putzing around. So join me again later this week, and I hope to see you then. And until then, have a nice night. And if there's any questions at this point, let me know. Stick around for another 2 minutes. That's that. Night, jitters. See you, Nexus.